What's up guys, it's me Jack, and today we are back in Transport Fever 2. So far I am not getting affected by YouTube's new policy, so that's kind of a good sign. I'm not really sure if anything's going to happen or not. Like, it might happen, but you never really know honestly. But yeah, I think so far I'm not getting affected by it. So yeah, I think I'll be fine for now. So today, what are we gonna do today? So last video we made this entire redo of the freight hub for the freaking second time because more congestion's been occurring and causing debt. I kind of just loaded up to, at a point where not much debt is occurring, so yeah, I can just not worry too much here. I will repay my loan eventually. I'll repay it maybe a little bit here. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh. Have we increased? We should be good again because we sorted this out. It was a huge problem before. It's taking a lot. Why is my sound not working? Yeah, I muted it for a sec. I've still got about 26 million to keep repaying. Oh. Okay, we're kind of back to the minuses a little bit, but I think we're still fine. We'll still be fine. Repay. This might be a bit risky, but I'm gonna do it while it's kind of on its point. Risk a bit more debt, but I think it won't get much worse because obviously we have sorted out the problem. It shouldn't get much worse. Yeah, but a little cheeky, just a little bit longer. That's kind of... It is kind of affecting the way things look. Oh, 3 million. Like, with my sometimes end up in the minuses, but it won't be for too long. Because we can always repay it back. Like, as you can see, my total is going up. It's going up now. We're probably not gonna end up as much in the negatives. Still got about 19,500, no, 19 million left to sort of repay. Oh, that's quite a bit there. Oh, 14 million. Oh. Right, I think for now I might leave it alone. So, what are we going to do today? So, what we did here was sort this out, make the entire system more efficient. We made proper cargo services to Halifax and Wiveliscombe. We've got production going on here. And Halifax is probably getting much bigger. I don't think Rayleigh's going to be the biggest city though. I think just knowing how it's going, it's just a little bit small still. Because it's kind of just meant to be quite small really. It's not meant to be too big apparently. But I think as time progresses, I think Rayleigh will get bigger and expand out more. Because obviously I think times back then, towns weren't meant to be very big. So yeah, I think it is meant to be a little bit like that for a while. So what are we planning? So yeah, it still looks like we're dropping maybe a bit. Figure out how is this so highly in production? And this station is full. Oh my god. Right, and let me add some cargo buildings to this. Oh. That should do okay for now. We're into 200 shipment points sort of. So, well, how much is the train, you know, in capacity? 180. And it's literally at the fuel factory. Well, we'll need maybe 2 of them, maybe. Will that have to do? Not enough money. Damn. Well, we're still gonna wait until we progress. As we progress, I'm actually just gonna repair. Okay, we're in debt for a bit. Don't worry guys, it's not gonna stay like that forever. Like when we finish our loan paying, it's going to be good again. Going to get more positives into the negatives. Like, we can beat this system. It's a strange system, but we can beat it. Because we sorted it out all ourselves. Oh my god, we only got... Oh, there we go, that's all our loan repaid. Heck yeah, 8 million, 4 million. We should be good again. So 5 million. We're doing good. We're going a positive path, which is a good sign. But I may need maybe 2 trains, you know, for the oil service, because I don't think we can quite fit like enough oil. Plus, like, I think it's a bit too long. I think the station's a bit too short. Let me actually see how long that is. I'm gonna check how long that station is. Is this like 160, 200 meters? That's 160. And this train length, how much is this length? Right, let me actually see. How long is this? 156. So I don't think I can do much more. Probably can't do anything about that. But I think the best thing I can do is just get a new train for it. How much did this train cost? It's 23 million apparently. About 23 million per vehicle. Because we are still going up and down like a roller coaster. Because it feels like we are going up or sometimes going and down at the same time. But it's not going to be like that forever. It'll get better. Like, what is our balance here? So this is the lowest amount apparently for some reason. Then the highest is this oil service, but it's still not getting quite enough oil it needs. It can be quite annoying, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it might sometimes just recur to debt, like, even though it doesn't need to. 5 million, there we go. We are still kind of increasing in the same time. Like, eventually we're gonna get good services. So, you think, well, wasn't that the highest before and now it became the lowest? Wait, what the hell? Okay, now Halifax food is now the highest. What the heck happened? I think roles the reverse, so I might have just seen it wrong here, because I thought that was the highest. Oh my god, that's weird. Alright, that is a bit weird, isn't it? Bridlington Steel. Oh, okay. Right, do we have too many trucks, is that why? They're just gonna go up and down, that's all it's kind of doing here. So, what should we do exactly today? Should we maybe expand to sort of to Bradford on Avon? So we'll do one of our main lines. So it goes all the way like that. I think we could do it like that actually. It's not a bad idea. We could do it. Well, we can do it actually. I need to be more confident. Right, so let's go from... We're going to go from both ends, from Raleigh and Halifax, all the way down to Bradford on Avon. So we're going to probably stop at... We're going to use this triangle here because we got that for a reason. Like, we have that for sort of a reason. And then go around like that, and then go follow this bit of line, and then use some of that. So we're just going to plot our stations on. So... Right, so we're just going to put our bus station and then our train station. How long are most of these stations? I think they're about 160. I think they're about 160 meters long. I could somehow change our station style. 1920. How long are these stations? I guess in about 200 these. That's about 200. Let me turn catenary off. 200. And 60. It's 160 meters, and Halifax I think is 160. Yes, it is. And then Raleigh, Bridlington I think is also about 160 meters long. Yep, and Raleigh. It is all the same length. So we technically have no variety of how long the stations are going to be. But I guess it will still have to sort of remain as 160. So, what kind of design do I want to make here? Wallingford. I might just do it as normal because this map isn't big enough for like a main line, you know, like... For example, if I decided to add a station, for example, one track here. So this is just a test, I'm not actually going to do it like that. And then add a, and then remove the tracks that are there. To change the speed limit, we need to change our speed limit. So like for example, if this line was like this kind of speed, like it is originally that speed. And then to bypass tracks that are about, maybe about 125 miles per hour. 90. It's really limited. Wait, what the heck? Oh, standard tracks was limited 125. And then built another one of them here. And then built another track the same speed as that other side, basically. Bit of a weird order, but we could do it like that. And then build our platform. Like one of them stations, you know, like expresses go down this way. And then stoppers can go that way. Basically, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Maybe for future series, maybe for future seasons for it to come. So, we'll just put for, since this map isn't quite big enough or good enough for like It's just there's not enough towns to deal with. I think we're just gonna do our normal 2 tracks. Like that. Oh my god, we got a whole raise. Saxhundum station, then we're going to do it there and do also that. Do it there and then go to Bradford on Avon. I'm gonna make more of a custom one, so for example, let's build a one-way street. I don't think we've done many custom bus stations like that. And I'm just gonna expand that road over this way. And then build this bit of a curve like that. And then I can add sort of the bus stops on there, like stands, you know? So this could be stand. So this could be stand 1, stand 2, stand 3. Sand free, what the hell? Stand free. There we go. So this is kind of one of the ways we could build quite a custom bus station. There we go. And then we're going to build the terminus. Like pretty much where the mid bus stop is. I think that's the most promising area to put it. Most promising area. Apparently going behind the bloody bus stop. Or should I do it between? Should I do between? Maybe not there. Let me move it a bit further forward. Make it go a bit forward. Or I'll put it there. That's quite a good spot. That's a good spot. That's not terrible. Yeah, that makes sense, except this will kind of leave out stand 1. So, we're just going to build our line now. So, I think the speed we were last time was 80 miles per hour coming from there. So, yeah, but we also need to plan out where we basically start our bit there. I might have to do a bit of adjusting here because this is for the factory there. I might have to replan this maybe a little bit, so we're gonna actually continue with this as 2 tracks. So what was the speed of this track here? It's 60, so we're going to continue on the track like that. With no catenary play, because I do not need that. Then we are going to go that way. And then do a crossing junction like that. What's the speed here? 60. I think 60 is a bit too fast. I'll do 40. Not 60, that's a bit fast. Then I'll do 30 like there. There we go, and then we continue the track on 60. Wait, no, what I should do here is delete the part we go there. and then make that bit of track cross via, and then that conjunction onto it, basically like that. Right, let's keep continuing my track. 80 to Wallingford. A tunnel, alright. $80. Wallingford there, and then we can smooth this out. Right, okay, so this is how this junction keeps going on to Wallingford, and then we need to okay, how the hell are we gonna do this? I think we'll have to do a bit of a horrendous curve. We might have to do a bit of a stupid curve. I think that's what we'll have to resort to. Right. Should I decrease the speed maybe a little bit? Best if I do that. Right, let me delete this. What the hell does this mean though? Like 68% over length travel time is 380 seconds, 226 is allowed. That is just weird. Just relying on certain timing for it to work, to function. I just don't like the way that works. It's just stupid. 80. I'm actually gonna keep on 80 miles per hour. And then curve like that. I just had to do a bit of a silly curve right like that. And then we'll continue that track on 80 miles per hour. I need to build a bridge or something like that. I'll need to build a bridge, or maybe a bit of an underpassage. Like that. Underpassage is there. And then the track can go like this. It's a bit similar to Season 1B when we built that tunnel there from our ring road in Bexhill-on-Sea. That's kind of similar to that. I think we'll be doing quite a lot of these instead of building horrendous bridges all the time. But yeah, we need to connect this track here to the thing. 60. And I'm gonna turn this down to 30. There we go. This is a nice bit of junction there. And then we'll build a bit of a junction there. What's the speed? 60. Again, that's way too fast. 60. It is probably because this used to be like one track, you know. It wasn't always like this until today. So, just turn this again to about 40 mile an hour. Then turn that to maybe 25. What the heck? I mean, that's a bit too late, that. No. That's too late. Alright, let me put that there. Right, 25. Then put that to 40. There we go. So we got our main lines, and we just got to keep this track going to Sax-Undums. The speeds kind of cost more or less. Like, for example, if I did 30 meters on the 40 miles per hour, 30, I'd bit of a curve, but if I did it straight to not make it bias, about 2000, and it doesn't make much of a different price actually. It doesn't make a different price. Okay, so 80, let's keep going on 80. Guess speed limits don't change if you do different speeds. It doesn't change prices, I think is what I'm meant to say. And then we've got a bit of a forest ahead to get to Sax-Undums. Loud, oh my god, loud blooded bikes in the road. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's just go. This is Sax-Undum. Sax-Undham. I don't even know. Is this actually how you say it? Saxmundum, not Sax-Undum. Saxmundum. Oh my god, I said the thing wrong. Oh my god. Yep, I keep saying things wrong for some reason. I don't know why. Bradford on Avon. So, we need to head to that. Again, why does it look like that? What the hell? Why does it look like that? Okay, what I'm gonna have to do is build the track out first and then let the things join up. I think that will make things like probably 10 times more easier. Let's see. That needs to delete. Right, let's keep going on this road here. Then get our level crossing. And then like that. This should work perfectly. And then for this 20 road. Actually no, 30. I think it's meant to be like that. So yeah, this is our level crossing right there. And then we're going to just build the bridge to Bradford on Avon. Turn the bridge to that bridge. Oh. again, bloody remove that. Let the track go first and then rebuild it. That's kind of the way I think I should do it from now on. Things I've messed up. It never used to be like this. It used to just be normal level crossing. Just normal and simple, and now it's just like this, I have to do it. That just does not look right, doesn't it? Oh my god. Let me smoothen that. That looks pretty decent, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, it's quite a nice looking bridge, I'm not gonna lie. So, and then I'm gonna slow this down maybe to 55. I'll have to slow it down. And then we need to head to another bridge. Let's go for another bridge. I have to wait for more money to occur, because this is not gonna go too well. I've already spent all my freaking money. I think that should do, yeah. That should do. Oh no, it's cost too much. Oh my god. Oh, now we're heading to a crippling debt. Oh. Bloody hell. Come on, increase. Oh, yep, perfect timing. And then I need to, I think that's good here. And then I'm gonna take down to 35 or 40. I'll do 45. It's kind of the default slowing down kind of moment. Like, especially in like SCR, you know, this 45 is like a speed limit normally, meaning you're approaching a big station, or that's normally what this kind of means in most train terms, if you think about it. But yeah, that's kind of what I would do here. And at 30, that's you approaching the station. There we go. And now we're just going to signal the entire line of them, because we're not quite in the modern age yet. Once we are in the modern age, I think we will have to kind of signal every single line once we're like, when am I going to change signals at? Because I can't keep these signals forever. I might, well, if we do manage to get to maybe, for example, 1980s, I think that's when I'll change it. Around the 80s, I think is the best time to do it. To kind of change the signals to make it more sense. Because that kind of, or maybe the 2000s. I actually don't know. I could do it around the 2000s or the 80s, 90s. Could be around them times. We'll change signals at. I don't think 60s or 70s is gonna do, yeah. And then just continue signaling this bit here. Then we got that bit there. Now let's just keep that going. Then we've got signaling done there, and this is our new line. So what we're going to do now is add the lines. So train Raylay to Bradford on Avon. Is it like a commuter regional? I'm gonna do regional for this one. And then so right, we're going to do train Easingwold to Bradford on Avon. So we're going to do one of them platforms here, this platform, and then we're going to go down to Wallingford, then to Saxundham, and then Bradford on Avon. Saxundham, Wallingford. Why are they all called sidings? What the hell? Right, let me rename these. It's not meant to be sidings, it's meant to be Wallingford itself. It's probably because of the cargo stations, isn't it? Wallingford Planks Factory. Yeah, that's kind of the problem when you do cargo before passengers. That's kind of the problem. Right, okay, Wallingford, Saxon, Bradford and Avon, Saxon and Wallingford. So yeah, we did this horrendous curve like that, and then now we're going to do Raylay to Bradford on Avon. So Raylay platform here, 2, gonna go all the way down to Saxundham and Bradford on Avon. Oops. There we go. We're into the junction. Entering that line, changing that triangle, taking that triangle, and then go like that. That's kind of the way we are going to do it. It's quite a bit of a way to get to Saxundham, but that is the way we'll have to do it. There's nothing else I can do. I got this line for a reason. I want to use it for passenger. And there's no point just going to Halifax. Like, if you're just going to take that train, it's like there's no point taking the bloody Railway to Halifax train. If I include then stops here, there's like no point. So yeah, it's best if I use a different line for it. Saxundham and then Bradford on Avon. Like, maybe once I have more like towns and bigger maps, I think I might do it differently. Obviously, I'll make bigger lines because this is a medium-sized map. This is not a large or very large or megalomaniac-sized map. So, yeah, this is gonna have to remain. And plus, we've got these beautiful country roads here, like climbing up the massive hills. It's a beautiful view. It's kind of nice to build roads as well. I think I might want to redo some of them roads though, like here. Now, that just looks a bit off, you know. It looks a little off. Let me kind of do something about that road. That just looks a bit off, doesn't it? And then I'll sort of link it up. And then find a point when it's appropriate to join. I think that's quite a good point to do it. Make a bit of a slight highway, but not really. And then just go up the hill, and yeah, that's perfect. And then just end up there. That makes a beauty. I'm gonna turn this to that. Like that. That's good. Now we've got this road that goes down to Saxon, and then this road leads to Wallingford. Or maybe just Bridlington South, I don't know. But yeah, this is a way we use our roads forward. To get to Easingwold, what road would we take? I think we would possibly go via Wallingford. We would use maybe this road to keep going on top of the hill and then cross onto here. It's a hard question to think about because we often don't randomly just connect stuff. I think that's why we have this road from like Wallingford to Easingwold, so this can link. So I'm actually going to put this as that as well. Now Wallingford, and this is a road that if you wanted to go to Sacklandham, I'll make that possibly a B road in the future, but yeah. Once I start doing the map improvements like I did for season 1B. So yeah. This line is built. I'm gonna make that a bit of a road there as well. Once I can use it. Like that. Eventually we're gonna need our trains. So I'm gonna go from that depot. I think that is kind of a available depot. I don't think I can use that depot because it'll be only for the trains that go to like Halifax and stuff. So I'll have to use this one. So looks like I don't have any class 43s in the save. I could definitely use that if I could. But yeah, class I'm gonna do class 110s for this. Use a different livery. Or use the class 104s with a different variety. Class 104s BR variation. That looks slightly different, I'm not gonna lie, they look different. BR green, BR blue. I guess I'll do green class 110s. Maybe I'll need 2 of them for the line. What? Okay. Maybe don't use that signal. But that's going to lead to a further problem. Because that train is going to block that train. So what I'm going to have to do is... That's quite a good question to think about. Should I just do a bit of one of them? I think that will have to do here. Might have to do one of them and then just link it back on. That should prevent more blockages. So you can easily just leave. Right, okay, so it looks like I can't afford 2 trains, but I can afford 1. I'm gonna afford 1. I'm gonna do the one from Rayleigh first. Rayleigh to Bradford on Avon. May disrupt a little bit of freight, but I think it'll be fine, it won't be too much. Like, we do expect to go for freight in this line anyway, so yeah, should be normal that. We need to see until it says 15 million. $15 million isn't quite popping up. I don't know how the heck we're gonna get to 15 million like this. Oh my god. Disaster. Like, maybe in this map we won't be doing map improvements because I don't think them speed limits ever existed back then. I don't think speed limits really existed back in the day, so they might not be adding speed limits actually. But I will do it for more modern maps, but not for these maps. Hope I don't have to bloody borrow. Well, like, literally losing profit. I'm not too sure how we're going to be able to get 15 million to get another train, but for now, maybe it just doesn't matter for now because we're not really getting any passengers. So what we're just going to do is add bus services for Wallingford. Well, no, I think I'll have to just do Saxon and Bradford and Avon for now. We're not going to do anything to the others yet. So, we're just going to do that. Right, okay. Sax Undum. Wait, what the heck? Saxmundum. Saxmundum bus station. Saxmundum bus station. Bradford and Avon stand 1, stand 2, stand 3. Okay, I'm just gonna add some buses to this line. I really hope it gets more profit. So, stand 1. Stand 1. Right, bus. Bradford. What the hell? Bradford on Avon 1. Bradford on Avon. Okay, maybe that's not meant to be in the same platform. This platform 1. There we go. Bradford on Avon 1. Right, let's just get our bus depot. Cool, is this like brown? What color would you call this? Like skin color? Like a little bit like skin color? How would you explain it? It's a little bit, I think it's like that color. So, it's kind of like skin color, like a little bit in some way. Right, let's just do bus Bradford on Avon 1. I'm gonna add one of them departure time stuff on there. I'm actually gonna add some departure stuff. That should do pretty good, I'm not gonna lie to you. Dynamic, there, got one of them. 3. Calling board. non-stop. Then I'll put that for Bradford on Avon. Calling dynamics board and arrival summary. Halifax, Bradford upon Avon. Bradford upon Avon, Halifax. That looks a bit different to a class 110. Looks a little different. Bradford upon Avon. I'm not at the timing yet. Let me do that. Hope that 27 people actually getting on. Yep, they're getting here. They're all going for Bradford on Avon and someone going for a railing. I should be. Oh my god, I can afford 2 trains now. Let's go. Right. Let me just clone the train. Alright, 1967. Curtain shed sided. We've got new trucks. Alright, so we've got some new trucks and some new cargo carriages or whatever. Like, what do they do exactly? Sheller fertilizer. Yeah, I don't think I'll use them. I'm gonna just build a temporary track there so we can turn the train round. I don't want it to go towards Saxondham yet. Go to Relay first, please. So at least it's all spaced apart a little bit. So I think I'm going to do for the Easingwold train now. So bloody hell, there's a lot of people trying to get to Halifax. Oh my god. And these trains can just fit 115 people. That's crazy. So should I even do Easingwold? I think I should actually no, I should do Halifax, not Easingwold. What am I doing? Right. Really not Easingwold. Halifax to yeah, Easingwold's not the best idea personally. I'm actually praising that. Right, let me remove all that. Let me entirely redo the line. Platform 2, yep. And enter down there. To Halifax. So, right. Okay, I think I could summon my trains now. Oh, actually, let's see. I'm gonna do class 104s for here. And that white livery. My bloody ears hurt from these earphones. Oh my god. Right. So to Bradford and Avon Regional. Making no sound? What the hell? What is that sound? Okay, that sounds so weird. Right, let me do something else. Let me sell. Now, this is not how the train's supposed to sound like. I'm gonna use this. I'll get a free car. Okay, I think my video's gone quite long, so I'm going to just end the video here. So, alright. Quite a big save, but yes. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, so like and subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you later in our Universe Sandbox video. And yes, so far I'm not getting affected by what YouTube's doing. I'm not sure if it's really fully applied to Britain or not. Like, it probably may not be too applied to Britain. I think it's mostly Americans are mostly going through this situation, with like age verification, but like also like the online safety that's going on in this country. But I don't think YouTube's involved in it. I think it is like mostly Discord or Twitter or something. I don't think YouTube's involved in it. But yeah, I think that's what's going on. So I think my channel might be fine. I will see what happens. So I'll see you guys later.